Alright, here for a 7-day auction we have our 1969 Chevy C10. It's a short bed, step side. Really cool original truck. It's a project truck we bought from Eastern Washington. It's a 2-owner. It was originally owned by Yakima, the Yakima City. So it was a county rig, and then it was purchased by a second owner in the 70s. And it's pretty much original and looks. It's got the killer patina. It does have an older repaint. I think when it was sold in the 70s they repainted it. But it has the patina of kind of an original paint job, but you will see evidence that, you know, of stuff like this, a repaint and little tiny chips. You'll see the original paint underneath it. But it's Hugger orange. My original intentions for this truck was I was pretty much going to keep it just the way it is. I was going to put new cab corners. It's got your common seat, you know, 67, 72 C10 issues. It's going to need cab corners and rockers, obviously, nobody's hiding that. And it's going to need floorboards on the front part where your feet sit on the passenger side and driver's side. But the front, you know, the wheel wells, fenders, a really solid hood, rear fenders, bed. But it's got this real cool, you know, kind of the aged patina that give it that killer shop truck look. So I was going to replace those rockers, and I'll walk all the way around the truck and we'll get into more detail here. I started to wax out the tailgate a long time ago when I first got it, just a little bit to see if it had some shine left in it. Didn't spend more than probably 20 minutes on it. And then I was going to get just like a flat orange and blend it in, and so the rockers would look pretty close. Even if they weren't identical, they kind of still would match the overall appeal of the truck. But the firewall, cowl, the roof, all that stuff is in really good shape. You know, the front, I was going to replace the bumper with a nice used chrome one, and I was going to get a new grille. You know, it's got a dent, but the hood's in good shape. You got a little dent here, but a little ding. But no cracks in the window. The window's obviously been replaced at one point because it's got the one-piece rubber seal. But you can see along here, like here's the chip I was talking about. You'll see the original paint underneath it. But this thing lowered down with a set of Detroit steel wheels, or even an 18 set of wheel Vintiques, or if you wanted to stay at the 15s or do a set of chrome 20s, or, you know, if you wanted to do a full restoration, this is just a killer candidate. You know, obviously it's got the original wood floors, which you stand on it's pretty solid. And you can walk around on it. But it's obviously original, and the metal strips are starting to go. We got some plant life going. But what's cool is you can see it hasn't been worked real hard because, for one, the bulkhead isn't smashed in. A lot of beds are, especially the step sides, it's easy to do. The bed rails are in excellent condition. You have a couple holes that have been drilled for a canopy back in the day, but they're, you know, the ears aren't pulled out, not dented down. Really nice and straight. Tailgate's got some dents here. So I was either going to find another Hugger orange one or just get a brand new one and do the same thing I was going to do the rockers. Again, you can see the ears are in nice shape. There was a little bit of a dent here at one point that's been, you know, pushed out a little bit. And again, cab corners are toast. You know, it's got a little bit of a soft little ding there. This hole's been filled with something, but it probably had a county light on it. This is a common C10 issue. You know, this door handle pops in there, but the door does shut really nice. You can see nice panel gaps. Doesn't have any door hinge issues. And I do take this thing down the road too. I'll do in a driving video. It's always ran and drove. It's an Eastern Washington truck, so it's, you know, obviously the floors from underneath need to be replaced, but this is looking good. I mean, you got bubbling here. There was a 3 on the tree. Somebody put a 4-wheel drive, probably all they could find, but nowadays you can get that stuff brand new. A little bit of a country fix there also on the driver's side. Still got, you know, radio delete. This stuff will bring some money. It's cool. Still got its decal. The cardboard is still in good shape. Got probably a 30-year-old piece of Trident gum in there for you. But, you know, stuff like this, your rubber seals are old. You know, it's a 50-year-old truck, pretty much. that shows 50-year-old wear, but you know, there's a lot of people out there paying big money, and guys spend thousands of hours to get this type of patina and this kind of shop truck look. So this has just an outstanding foundation, probably one of the better you can find, because almost any 67 to 72 is going to have rust issues, and usually if it hasn't been fully restored, they're hiding under something. But that's what I was talking about, the floorboards. Your steering wheel's got the cracking, dash pad's cracked out, your gauges are faded. But you know, you can get from Brothers Truck Parts or LMC or several different places, you can get brand new anything for this truck, which is just amazing. So you got your original VIN plate and everything, and then here's it says like a PTO is engaged when light is on. So not sure what this thing would have a PTO for, but obviously something when it worked for the county. I found an old business card in here from the city of Yakima safety inspector, so I don't know if this was his truck back in the day. So I'll fire it up. Yeah, e-brake doesn't work. The foot pedal's a little bit hammered, so I got it in neutral and I got it up against the curb. But when it's warmed up, that's how it fires up. Idle's a little high, but it always runs. Gas gauge works. This could probably use a little bit of lube in here, but shuts nice. No door hinge issues. So alright, good luck. And it's a very low reserve truck, and this has just got a killer foundation for a shop truck.